Stop. Right here. Right now. I need you to hear something before you scroll past this, before you tell yourself you'll come back to it later, or that it's probably just another video. It is not. This moment was set aside for you. Long before you ever clicked on this, before your eyes landed on this screen, God had already arranged for this word to find you. That's not a coincidence. That is not an algorithm. That is the hand of a Father who has been watching you closely and who has something he needs to say to you right now. I know you're carrying something. Maybe it's exhaustion that goes bone deep. Maybe it's a worry that won't let you sleep, a heartbreak that you haven't fully told anyone about, or a quiet voice inside your own head that keeps whispering, "You're falling behind. You're not enough. Nothing ever changes for you." God sees every single one of those moments, every late night, every forced smile, every prayer that felt like it went nowhere. And He is here, cutting through all of that noise to speak directly to you. So please, stay with me. Don't skip ahead. Don't put this on in the background. What you're about to hear has the power to shift something deep inside you. The way you see yourself, the way you see your future, and the way you understand just how loved you really are. If you leave now, you'll miss what He has specifically prepared for you. But if you stay all the way to the end, you will receive what your soul has been quietly aching for. Lean in, beloved. This is for you. Now that you're here, truly here, I need you to open your heart wide. This is not a moment you stumbled into by accident. You are at a crossroads right now, whether you fully realize it or not. And God cannot let you walk past this without stopping you, without speaking directly into the deepest part of who you are. I am Jesus, and I am with you, right now, in this very moment. I don't want you half present. I don't want your eyes on the screen while your mind is somewhere else. I want you to truly hear me, because what I'm about to pour into you has the power to lift burdens you have been hauling around for years. You have been asking, "Lord, do you still see me? Have you forgotten my name? Does any of this even matter to you?" And I want you to know, every single time those questions rose up in your chest, I was already there, right beside you, listening, holding you. Even in the moments you could not feel my presence at all. You mistook my quiet for distance. But my quiet was never absence. It was preparation. I was working beneath the surface of your life, aligning things, protecting you, building something you could not yet see. Nothing was wasted, not one moment. My child, I know your secrets, not just the things you've said out loud, but the things you've never said to anyone. I saw the nights you cried alone in a dark room with the door closed, so no one else would hear. I saw the mornings you had to drag yourself out of bed before the day had even started. I saw the way you kept showing up for everyone around you, strong on the outside, while something inside you felt like it was slowly breaking apart. I watched you fight battles in your own mind, thoughts that told you that you had failed too many times, that the best of your life had already passed, that you were the one person who somehow didn't get to experience real breakthrough. I saw all of it, every single bit of it, and even in your darkest hours, I was breathing hope into your spirit, keeping the flame of your soul alive when despair was pressing in from every side. Type, "Father, you are my greatest joy," in the comments if He has brought light into your life. Hear me clearly now. Not 1 ounce of your pain has been ignored. Not one of your tears has fallen to the ground unnoticed. I have kept every single one. I remember every wordless prayer, every exhale that was too heavy to even form into words. You thought those prayers dissolved into the ceiling, but they reached my throne. And not only did they reach me, I answered them. Maybe not in the way you were expecting, maybe not in the timing you had planned, but what looked like delay from where you were standing was actually me shielding you, protecting you, holding back what would have hurt you, while I prepared what would truly bless you. You have walked through seasons that felt deeply unfair. People you trusted turned their backs on you. Doors slammed shut right when it seemed like things were finally moving. Opportunities you reached for just slipped away. And you asked me, why, Lord? Why does it always feel like I'm one step behind? Beloved, listen carefully. I was not punishing you. I was protecting you. I was making certain that what I place in your hands will not crush you. It will carry you. I was ensuring that the blessing I send doesn't overwhelm you before you're ready to hold it. I was steering you away from paths that looked like shortcuts, but led straight into storms. And I need you to understand this. Your story is not over. Those chapters you filled with loss and disappointment, they are not the final word. They are the foundation of something far greater that I am still writing. Think about what fire does to gold. It doesn't destroy it, it reveals it. It burns away everything that doesn't belong. And what comes out on the other side is purer, stronger, and more radiant than anything that went in. That is what this season has been doing in you. The very trials you thought were meant to break you have been shaping you into a living testimony of my faithfulness. But I have to warn you, and I mean this with all the urgency of a father who loves you. The enemy has been whispering to you. He has been slipping lies into your thoughts, telling you I've walked away, telling you that you've made too many mistakes to be loved by me, telling you that your life is stuck in a loop and nothing will ever truly change. He has been working overtime to steal your hope, to make you believe the window has closed on your breakthrough. But hear me now, loud and clear. Those are lies. They do not come from you. They are not your truth. They are the whispers of an enemy who is terrified of what you're about to step into. Don't give those lies a seat at the table. Don't let them speak over your future. Because I, the Lord your God, am declaring over your life right now, you are mine. You are chosen. You are deeply, unshakably loved. And the future I have written for you is full of hope that no one can take away. This is exactly why I told you not to skip this. I am dismantling those lies right now, one by one. I am silencing the voice of the accuser and reminding you of who you actually are. You are not a mistake. You are not invisible. You are not abandoned. You are my child. And the plan I have for your life is still very much alive. You felt weak. I am your strength. You felt completely lost. I am your guide. You felt hollow inside. I am your fullness. When you didn't have one more step left in you, I carried you. That is the only reason you are still standing today. You've wondered how you made it through certain seasons, how you got through nights that should have crushed you, how you survived what felt unsurvivable. I'll tell you exactly how. It was me. I was the one holding you together when everything in you said you were going to fall apart. I was the one shielding you from arrows you never even knew were coming. I was the one keeping your heart beating with hope when despair was pressing a hand against it. You didn't make it through because you were strong enough on your own. You made it through because I never once let go of you. Type, I belong to you, Jesus, if you've found your identity and purpose in Him. So what do I ask of you now? I ask for your trust. I ask you to release the bitterness that's been taking up space in your chest, the shame you've been hiding in the back corners of your heart, the fear that you've been feeding instead of your faith. Let all of it go. It is not who you are anymore. You are mine, and I am making you new. Come to me in prayer, plain, simple, honest words. I don't need a performance. I just want your heart. Open the Word and let my promises fill the empty spaces inside you. Surround yourself with people who build you up, and choose every single day to believe that I am working, even in the seasons when you cannot see it. My beloved child, I need you to hear this next part with everything you've got. Because this is not just encouragement. This is a word. A breakthrough is coming. What you've been praying for, crying over, waiting on, and sometimes doubting. It is closer than you think. You've been walking through valleys so long that you stopped looking for the sunrise. But I am telling you today, the dawn is already breaking. The morning you thought would never come is here. I know you've grown tired of waiting. You've looked at the calendar and felt your heart sink as days turn to weeks, weeks to months, months to years. You've wondered if I even remembered what you asked me for. My child, not one prayer has been lost, not one. Every whispered cry in the middle of the night, every prayer you prayed through clenched teeth when you were barely holding on, every time you got back on your knees, even when you felt nothing, I heard it. I held it. And I have been answering it in ways that are still being assembled. Your waiting has not been empty. It has been building, like a seed pressed into the ground. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. But underground, roots are pushing down, foundations are setting. Something is coming alive in the dark that will break through into the light. You thought every closed door was a dead end. I was protecting you from paths that would have cost you more than you knew. And now, your faith has been tried. Your character has been shaped. Your heart has been refined. Now you are ready to receive and to carry what I am placing in your hands. And I want to be clear. This breakthrough is not going to be a small thing. It won't be a quiet little shift you barely notice. It's going to be like a river bursting through a wall of stone. Like sunlight flooding a room that hasn't seen daylight in years. Like chains dropping to the floor with a sound so loud there is no longer any question. Freedom has arrived. This breakthrough isn't limited to one area of your life. I'm moving in your health. I'm moving in your family. I'm moving in your finances. I'm moving in the hidden places of your heart that you've stopped letting anyone see. I am not a God of small portions. When I move fully. And when I release blessing, I release it abundantly. The same spaces where you wept will become the stages of your testimony. The same battles you thought would define you will become the very stories that set someone else free. What was meant to bury you has only planted you, and your season of harvest is arriving. My beloved, now let me tell you something you may not have heard enough, said to you in a way you truly believed it. I love you, and I have always been close to you. Not a conditional love that pulls back when you stumble. Not a love that fades when you forget me. I'm talking about the love that saw you before you drew your very first breath, that whispered your name into existence before the world ever knew who you were. You felt alone. You've sat in rooms full of people and still felt unseen. You've carried the particular ache of loneliness that comes not from being physically alone, but from feeling like no one truly understands the weight you carry. I was there. I have always been there. Every time you spoke into the dark and wondered if anyone was listening, I heard you. Every time your heart wept without any tears forming, I felt it. Every battle you fought that no one else saw, I was watching over you with a love that goes deeper than words can hold. There were moments you asked me, "Where are you, God? Why do you feel so far away when I need you most?" And I need you to understand this truth. I was never gone. I was standing between you and things that were coming for you. Arrows aimed at your soul, traps set in your path, and I shielded you from what would have destroyed you. You didn't survive those seasons by chance. You survived because I was holding you. Think of the unexpected peace that settled over you in the middle of a crisis, and you couldn't explain it. Think of the morning you woke up with just enough courage to try again. Think of the moment you were certain you would shatter, and somehow you didn't. That was me. I was the calm in your chaos, the breath in your lungs when despair was pressing against your chest, the strength that rose up in you when you had nothing left of your own. You have never walked alone. Not one step, not one heartbeat, not one tear. I know there are wounds in you that go back years, maybe decades. Places where people you loved the most did the most damage. Times when those who should have stayed walked away and left you standing in the rubble of broken promises. And somewhere in all of that, a part of you began to wonder, if people leave this easily, maybe I'm just not worth staying for. But I tell you the truth, I never left. I never changed my mind about you. While others only saw your failures, I saw the fight behind them. While others gave up on you, I held on tighter. My love for you is not based on what you bring to the table. It is based on who you are to me, my child, my beloved, the one I chose. Even in the seasons you turned your face away from me, even when you chose paths that cost you, I did not reject you. I did not walk away in disappointment. I stayed. I followed you into the dark places. I spoke softly to your heart, even when you weren't ready to listen. And I protected you from the things that could have finished you completely. My child, I see the question living underneath everything. The one you're almost afraid to ask out loud. Am I really loved? Am I truly valuable? Could God actually be proud of someone like me? Hear me now. I am proud of you. I see the quiet strength it takes for you to get up every single morning when everything in you wants to stay down. I see the effort behind each day, even when no one acknowledges it. I see the times you chose kindness when bitterness would have been so much easier. I see the moments you kept believing in me even when your heart was heavy with disappointment and my silence felt like distance. I see all of it, and I'm proud of you. The world grades you on performance. The world says your worth is tied to your productivity, your success, how perfectly you hold it together. But I say, your worth has always been tied to my love, and my love does not increase when you do well or shrink when you fall. It is constant. It is unbreakable. It is yours without condition. I love you when you're strong. I love you when you're falling apart at the seams. I love you in your best seasons and in your hardest ones. That never changes. That will never change. That will add. And I want you to know, even now as you take in these words, my spirit is filling the space around you. If something in your chest feels lighter, it's because I'm lifting what you've been carrying. If peace is beginning to rise inside you, it's because I am here. You don't have to chase me. You don't have to earn your way back to me. I am already here, closer than the air in your lungs, closer than the rhythm of your own heartbeat. Type, yes, Lord, I surrender, if you've laid it all down at His feet today. My beloved, listen carefully now, because this next part is not just encouragement, it is a warning, and I love you too much to skip it. A breakthrough is moving toward you. Blessing is being released. Answers are already in motion. But you need to know that the enemy will do everything in his power to rob you of what I am doing. Not because he can stop my hand, but because he will try to make you abandon what I've promised you before you ever receive it. That is why I told you not to skip this. Not just for comfort, for protection. One of the sharpest weapons the enemy uses against you is doubt. He slides into the quiet of your mind and whispers things like, maybe this word isn't really for you. Maybe God said this for someone else, someone more faithful, someone who hasn't made the mistakes you've made. Maybe it's too late for your situation. Those thoughts are not coming from you. They are lies planted by an enemy who knows exactly how close you are to walking into everything I have promised. Don't give those lies power. When they come, and they will come, answer them with what I have spoken over your life today. My promises are not suggestions. They are certainties. The second trap he sets is distraction. He knows he cannot take from you what I have already decided to give. So instead he floods your mind with noise, anxiety about tomorrow, obsession over what others think of you, endless scrolling, the exhausting spiral of comparison. He wants you so mentally cluttered, so emotionally overwhelmed that you lose the thread of what I've been saying to you. When you feel that pull, pause. Come back to my voice. I do not speak through confusion or chaos. I speak through peace. That still, steady, quiet place inside you. That is where I am. Guard your heart in this season. Do not let bitterness take root. Do not pick back up the old shame I've already carried away from you. Do not allow unforgiveness to sit like a stone in your chest. It only weighs you down and blinds you from seeing the future I'm preparing. I already paid for your freedom. Every debt, every failure, everything that tries to disqualify you. I covered it all at the cross. Don't carry what I have already carried for you. Be careful too about the voices you allow to speak into your life. Not everyone around you will celebrate what God is doing in you. Some people, out of their own pain, their own disappointment, will try to convince you that your breakthrough isn't real, that the promise won't come, that you're fooling yourself. You do not need their validation for God's word to be true. You do not need a crowd behind you to step into what He's prepared. Hold the promise close. Guard it in prayer. Let the right time reveal it. Remember, when Joseph shared his dream too soon, his own brothers turned against him. When David was anointed as king, most of the people around him couldn't see it. Not everyone will recognize what God is doing in you. And that's all right. They don't have to see it for it to be real. The enemy will also use your past, the failures, the regrets, the moments you are most ashamed of, to tell you that you've disqualified yourself from what God promised. But hear me, I have washed you clean. I have already forgiven you. I have already declared you worthy, not because of anything you've done, but because of what I did for you. The cross is your proof. My blood is your covering. You are not disqualified. You are mine. I also want to prepare you for this. As your breakthrough draws near, the resistance often intensifies. You may notice more obstacles piling up, more delays, more confusion swirling around you right before things break open. Do not be alarmed. This is not a sign that God has pulled back. This is a sign that your breakthrough is at the door. The enemy fights hardest in the final moments before freedom arrives. So when the pressure suddenly feels heavier, when everything seems to be moving backward right before it moves forward, hold on. Do not release your grip. Do not walk away now. The very thing you've been believing for is within reach. Use your time wisely in this season. Don't let endless worry steal the hours I have given you. Don't lose days in cycles of anxiety and empty distraction. Every day is a gift. Every moment carries weight. Use them to draw closer to me, to prepare your heart, to position yourself for the step forward I'm already opening before you. And remember, every word I have spoken to you today is not just for this moment. It is for the road ahead. Write it in your heart. Come back to it when the enemy tries to talk you out of what you've heard. Let it be the anchor that holds you steady when the waters get rough. My child, I want to close this part of what I'm saying with something that I need you to carry with you every single day from this moment forward. The weight you've been carrying has not crushed you. It has developed you. The battles you've walked through have not defined you. They have prepared you for what's ahead. The fire you endured has not left you in ashes. It has left you shining. So lift your head. Do not let another day go by with your eyes fixed on the ground. Look up. Your redemption is near. Look forward. Your story is far from finished. Look within. My spirit is alive and active inside you right now. Look around. The signs of what I'm doing are already beginning to appear. I will restore relationships that looked too broken to ever be healed. I will bring back joy to the places where grief has been living too long. I will breathe new life into dreams you buried, dreams that still have my fingerprints on them. I will open doors of provision where there has been lack. I will bring healing to your body, to your mind, to the wounded places in your heart. Nothing is beyond my reach. Nothing is too far gone. Nothing is impossible for me. Prepare your heart, beloved. Your breakthrough is not just on its way. It is already here, moving toward you. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't say, maybe someday, when I am saying, this is your season. Say instead, this is the day the Lord has made, and I will walk into it with expectation, because I believe that God is moving in my life right now. And when it arrives, and it will arrive, you won't have to wonder if it was me. The peace you feel, the doors that open, the chains that fall away, the joy that rises out of nowhere, all of it will declare that I, your Savior, have moved in your story. Others will look at your life and say, clearly the hand of God has been on them. Your life will become the testimony that someone else desperately needs, living proof that I am faithful, that I am powerful, and that I am near. Hold on just a little longer. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Don't let go now. You are not just being brought through this. You are being brought into something new, something greater, something more beautiful than what you've lost. Your breakthrough is not only promised, it is certain, and you will see it with your own eyes. Let's close with a prayer. If you're ready to receive everything God has spoken over you today, I want you to say this out loud, or whisper it from the deepest place in your heart. I come to you just as I am, with everything I've been carrying, every fear, every doubt, every wound I've been hiding. I receive what you've spoken over me today. I believe that you see me, that you love me, that you have never once left my side. I release the bitterness. I release the shame. I release the fear. I lay it all at your feet, and I trust you with what I cannot control. I receive the breakthrough you have promised. I receive the healing, the restoration, the new season that is already moving toward me. I declare that my story is not over. The best is still ahead, because you are faithful, and your word does not return empty. Thank you, Father, for the cross. Thank you for the blood that covers me. Thank you for never giving up on me, even when I almost gave up on myself. I am yours, and I trust you. Amen. If this word touched your heart today, share it with someone who needs to hear it. You never know whose life might be changed by what you pass along. And if you'd like to support this channel as we continue to bring messages of hope and faith, the Super Thanks button is below. Every contribution helps us reach more people who need to hear that God has not forgotten them. God bless you. Keep believing. Keep standing. Your breakthrough is closer than you know.